All right, let's examine this question, this passage here. We have 9 questions, matching information questions. The title of the passage is A New Stage in the Study and Teaching of History. All right, so we have 9 questions here for matching information, and then 10 to 14 are yes, no, not given questions. All right, so let's take it paragraph by paragraph. For hundreds of years, historians have relied on written or printed documents to provide the bulk of their source materials, and they have largely communicated with students and the wider public by writing books and journal articles. Today, however, the printed word is being superseded by a diversity of forms. Okay? Above all, moving images on video film. So this is like an introduction. Now let's look at paragraph A. The development of this new form of communication is leading to a growing gap between the practice of professional historians based in academia and the practice of those aiming to popularize the study of history among the general public and to encourage people to create their own records for the future. On the one hand, there are mainstream academics who continue to use only the written word as they examine more and more fields with an ever-increasing number of sophisticated methodology. Okay, those are the academics. On the other hand, film and video, especially as broadcast on television, are probably the major influence on the public's consciousness of history, as they see film of events of 50 or 100 years ago, events they had only previously read about. So let me try and answer what I can answer based on paragraph A. An overview of the range of methods that have been used over time to document history. Methods that have been used to document history. Well, methods that have been used. I'm not sure they discussed. The only thing I'm saying here about documenting history is this issue of film and video. I don't think that will fit in here. The main reason why many historians are unwilling to use film, no, they didn't give reason there. A reference to some difference between oral and written, no, not given. How most citizens today gain an understanding of history. Yes, this one was mentioned in paragraph A. How most citizens, look at it here. The major influence on the public's consciousness of history. Major influence. So I'm going to match number 4 to paragraph A. How most citizens gain an understanding of history. I can match. Can we use a paragraph? Okay, you say we can use a letter more than once. How current students' events are sometimes captured for future audiences. Yeah, I saw something like that. Look at it here. To encourage people to create their own records for the future. So I can match A to number 5. I may change my mind. All these answers I'm picking are not final anyway. But if I don't see anything, then I'll just leave them. But if I see something else that fits better, I'll change my mind. Mention of the fact that the advantages of film are greater. No, they didn't talk about that. They claim that there is no official title for film-based. No, not there, not present in paragraph A. Reference to the active role the audience plays. No. A list of requirements that historians see as obstacle. No. So, yes, do not give it. The needs of students in school have led to improvements in the teaching of history. I'm not sure they mentioned the issue of needs of students in this paragraph. The needs of students. And then the issue of improvements. The issue of improvement was not presented either. Paragraph B now. In a related development, a great many people now document local and family events in the form of videos. Many schools too produce video yearbooks. Go back to that number 5. How current students. That's it. Many schools produce video yearbooks. So I'm going to change my mind for number 5. I'm going to pick B instead. Can you see what I said earlier on? All these visual records may well prove to be invaluable sources of information for future historians. Can you see again? Future historians, future audiences. Can you see that? The glaring contradiction is that the two approaches, the academic and what we might term the popular, have intersected very little, with a few notable exceptions. Professional historians have tended to avoid involvement in television programs about history and have even less impact on what is being captured and preserved on radio. And the potential of moving images has wielded negligible influence on the academic study of history. Okay, overview of the range of methods that have been used over time to document history. Over time. Well, I'm not sure I've seen anything like that here. The main reason why historians, the reason was not given. They only said that historians are unwilling. They didn't give the reason in this paragraph B. Number 3, difference between oral and written. Oral and written. No, it wasn't presented. Number 6, mention of the fact that advantages of film are greater. Advantages of film are greater than the disadvantages. No, it's not mentioned there. They claim that there is no official title for film-based historical work. Hold on. What we might term the popular. That sounds like there's no official title. Number 7, let me pick B for number 7 for now. I may change my mind. The reference to the active role of that audience plays when watching films. No. List of requirements that historians see. No. Yes, do not give it. The needs of students in school have led to improvements in teaching history. Improvement in teaching history was not presented here. So let's go on. Paragraph C now. This gulf can be seen as resulting from the willingness or otherwise of individual historians to accept the validity of new forms of communication in the study of history. This is not the first time the question has risen. The study of history as conceived today began with the transition from oral to literate culture. So oral and written is what I'm seeing here, leading to the earliest written records and the earliest historical studies. The next great shift came with the advent of printing, which transformed everything. Today, as the printed word loses its dominance, historians are faced with a variety of forms of communication, ranging from simple audio tape to the promising complexities of video discs linked with computers. As yet, however, the use of moving images to record current events for the benefit of future historians does not even have a common agreed name. Go back. That's number 7, match it to C. Alright, number 7 can be matched to C. Then all these things I'm saying here about how they keep records of history, I'm seeing printing here, then I'm seeing audio tape here, then I'm seeing oral. There's a place where I saw oral to literate culture, then earliest written records. It's sounding like that one about how they keep records. Number 1, overview of a range of methods that have been used over time to document history. So I'm going to pick C. Again, I may change my mind. Okay, number 2, main reason why many historians are unwilling to use film. Did they give the reason here? The reason is not given here. Number 3, reference to the difference between oral and written. Oral and written, differences. Oral. They didn't give the differences here. Number 6, mention of the no, they didn't give it. References, active role, no. Requirement to study, no. Students improvement, no, it's not given in paragraph C. Paragraph D now. This does not mean that mainstream historians have totally rejected the use of moving images as sources. The majority seem intrigued by the idea, and valuable research has been carried out into the history and analysis of films with a broad circulation, using them as a source of information on the social and intellectual history of the 20th century. Journals such as American History Review have played a significant role in this field. Okay. The main reason why historians are unwilling to use films in their work. The majority seem intrigued by the idea. They didn't give the reason here. Number 3, difference between oral and written. No, they didn't give the differences. Mention of the fact that the advantages of film are greater. No. Active role. No. Let's go on. Yet, the number of historians using moving images in their research or teaching is very small. The barrier seems to be that the profession is structured. Now, that is the reason. Number 2 can be matched to he. The barrier seems to be that the profession, that's the profession of teaching history, seems to be structured around the medium of the written word and is somewhat isolated in its academic setting. The use of moving images presents a substantial challenge to this setting and its assumptions. As a result, historians have rejected the training, the institutions, and the motivations and the professional structures that will be needed in order to use moving images effectively. Above all, they have rejected the necessity to learn complicated new skills. Okay. Number 6 cannot be matched. Number 7 cannot be matched. A list of requirements that historians see as obstacle. Yes. What are the obstacles? Complicated new skills. Okay. The training, the institutions, obstacles, those are the obstacles. The motivations, the structures, the professional structure. So this can be matched to paragraph E. Paragraph F. So why should historians make this change? Clearly, films and videos of events and people can be used as solid evidence of the past, linked to the words of the narrator, whether television presenter / historian or university teacher giving a lecture, but carrying information in their own right. Film has introduced the oral form as the mode of research and communication for documenting historical events. Now with moving images, people are reminded that the oral communication is not limited to words. It also includes body language. This is advantages. Number 6, advantages. Advantages. Number 6 can be matched to paragraph F. Number 6 can be matched to paragraph F. Then this one that says oral and written. Number 3 says oral and written. Some differences between oral and written. Let me finish up that paragraph. Little is evident in a written transcript. A further effect of video and film is that the narrator gives up some control and has less need to give explanations while the viewer becomes involved in the process of interpreting and understanding history. I think I can match this number 3 to F also. Let me check G. Wait though. What of the yes, no, not given? I'm not saying anything about. I'll come back to this yes, no, not given. Paragraph G. Film or videotape can also aid historians by simplifying the work of the interviewer. Instead of trying to carry on an interview while simultaneously making notes about certain or other unspoken data, this new kind of historian can concentrate on the interview itself and study the film later. The many benefits of using moving images has historical evidence easily outweigh worries about cost. Whoa, I need to change another answer here. Easily outweighs the many benefits, easily outweighs worries about costs. Where is that one about advantages? Number 6 is matched to G. I'm changing my mind. Then this issue of active role, I think I can interpret this. This one that says the viewer becomes involved in the process of interviewing, of interpreting and understanding history. So here we can match number 8 to F. We can match number 8 to F. We can match number 8 to F. So I think I've solved all the matching information. Now I'm left with the yes, no, not given. The needs of students have led to improvements in the teaching of history. The needs of students. This issue of needs of students, have they led... I'm going to pick not given. Academic and popular historians have different attitudes towards the value of innovations in communication. I think this one is yes, based on what I've read. It is common for historians to play a major role in creating documentaries for television. No, it's not common. It's not common. Articles in American History and American History Review have explored aspects of modern history. Let me check American History here. Journals such as American History Review have played significant role in this field. Which field? The majority seem intrigued by the idea, and valuable research has been carried out into the history and analysis of films with broad circulation, using them as source of information on the social. Articles in American History Review have explored aspects of modern history. I think this is yes, based on that paragraph D, based on this paragraph D here. This paragraph D supports statement 13. Number 14, developments in technology are influencing a range of academic subjects. Developments in technology are influencing a range of academic subjects. A range of academic subjects. Development in technology. Let me look at the remainder of this passage. Film and videotape also aid historians by simplifying the work of the interviewer. This issue of range of academic subjects, I'm not seeing it here in the passage. I can't recall coming across it. So I'm going to pick not given for this number 14. Number 14, I think I've solved everything. Let's submit and see what my score is going to be. Submit. Wow, I got everything right. This is interesting. I'm surprised. All right. Wow, this is interesting. So, I was accurate with my choices. Wow. So, thank you very much for your time. Go through the explanations again, and you learn more about how I try. So, you notice that I solved the matching information technically. I was able to pick the first true false not given. And so I had to finish everything, and then I used my understanding of the entire passage to pick my answers for the true false not given. The only one that took some time was this number 13. I had to go check that paragraph that mentioned American History Review. Okay? So, thank you very much once again.